Alrighty, so we have a half hour. We got to get right to it, right? Let's start in downward facing dog. Your feet are hip width apart. Your palms are shoulder width apart. Your head drops all the way down. And your gaze lands right there between your feet. Do me a favor, open your mouth and get your air out. Slowly draw your breath in. Exhale it out. Do that again. One more. Inhale. Exhale, chest to thighs. Bring your legs together. Inhale your right leg straight up in the air. While that leg is up in the air, you're going to squeeze the left leg like crazy. You're going to bend the upper knee and flex that foot. And your hip and your thigh and your knee and your foot all just roll in one unit to the right side of the room. Roll that hip down so then your hips are square to the front of the room. Place your foot on the floor. Long breath in, take your left leg high. Bend the knee, upper foot flexed, roll open on the left side. It's like a big yawn for the left side of your pelvis. This little bit you do in just a half hour mini break in your day or evening is going to give you back more life force into your regular life the rest of the day. Roll the hip down, foot to the floor. Take your heels on a big breath in, lift them high. Bring your awareness to how much you exhale out. You want it all out and the heels soften toward the floor. Keep a little bend in your knees. Your hamstrings would appreciate that instead of getting like all freaked out and cringing and cowering into yoga. No need for that. Walk up, feet to your hands. Bring your hands to your shin bones. Take a lift halfway up, breath in. You got to get all that air out. Belly to spine, chest to thighs, head drops. Take a big, giant gulp of air as you stand up nice and tall. Arms come right over your head. I'd like you first to look down at your feet. You want your feet hip width apart. And you want the outer ankles pressing like they're pushing against the walls and the side walls in the room. Fire up your legs by just squeezing the muscle. Tilt your tailbone a bit. Now take your attention to your arms, to your fingers. Palms face each other. Arms are shoulder width apart, maybe a bit wider. Breathe out. Take a little back bend. Pull your belly in. You can even bend your knees a bit. Your exhale, fully hand it over. And you're going to get the right amount of back bend for now. Just working with right now. Take in a breath, come back up to stand. Pull the air out of your lungs all the way to the bottom. Hands pull down to your heart at the same time. Inhale, sweep your arms straight up. Look up, lift your gaze up and see the ceiling. Every exhalation out of you is going to be releasing, relieving, and giving you more freedom. Fold forward on the out breath. On the in breath, lift halfway up, hands to the knees or shins, super bend to your knees, push your feet into the floor and drive your hips to the back of the room. Your chest and spine automatically want to start moving forward. Down facing on the out breath. Take in a breath. Empty it out. Really good. Rock forward so your shoulders are over your wrists. You're coming into high push-up position. Your shoulders are lined right up over your wrists. So shoulder joint, elbow joint, wrist all stacked. You're pressing through your heels, kind of like they're against the back wall. You're going to squeeze up your thighs. Don't let your thighs like sink and sag. Squeeze them up and then suck in the belly. Pull it tight. Just take a breath in. Rock forward. And as you breathe out, you bend your elbows right into your sides and lower halfway. But all the air all the way out. And then all the air all the way in comes in for up dog. You lift your chest, you push your arms and palms straight through the floor, and the tops of the feet are on the ground behind you. All that air is going out to get you to down dog. And it's not the down dog, it's your down dog. And there was a calling in you that said, I'm going to just do this yoga thing for 30 minutes, like screw it. I think I don't have time, but I'll actually get so much more back from it. So, what's to lose? Take in a breath. Exhale it all. Bend your knees. Look ahead of you. You're going to just rock forward, so it's like your hips are rocking back and forth, like a little kid jumping over a mud puddle. Spring forward, feet to your hands. And don't worry how far you get. You don't have to get all the way to your hands. Just walk on up. But just know every step is progression. Forward fold, breathe out. Rise all the way on up. Big breath in, sweep up. Fingers get long, legs get strong by squeezing them. Belly to spine, chest to thighs, fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Step your way back to plank position again. Squeeze the thighs, hug in your core. Spread a grin across your face. Rock forward. Exhale, lower down. You could always bring your knees to the floor in high push-up, by the way. Down facing. Air comes in. Air goes fully to the bottom of your lungs. You get all that out, free and clear. There's open, awesome space for fresh air, like fresh air yoga. Take it in. Send that breath all the way down to the bottom of your lungs. And as you do that, suck in your belly. So you kind of wring it out, like good to the last drop. Hop, feet to hands. Lift halfway. Forward fold. Bend your knees, sit your hips super low. Sweep your arms up high, shoulder width apart. And then take your gaze down to your toes. Shift the weight back in your heels. And you'll feel that action really activate and fire up the muscles of the shins. And you want to tilt your tailbone down a bit. You don't want your bum sticking out like a speed bump. Like say that 10 times fast, right? Sit low. Take your arms straight up on a big breath in. You reach. Exhale, chest to thighs, fold. Halfway up, breathe in. Nice and easy. Get the air out, nice and easy. Step to down dog. So the air's all out by the time you're in down dog. It's like the in-between, the up dog to the down dog, that air is coming all the way through. Like stream it out. And then you've got space to move to the new. Right foot's going to step forward. Your back foot's going to press down flat. You're going to inhale to stand up. Arms come right over your head. Again, palms face each other. Now your eyes are right there, eye level across the room. If your eyes are darting all over the place, your mind's going to stay scattered. So we're locking in your eyes, but not a hard fixed stare, and not to check out, but to really see, like, what is it to land your gaze. Now take a look at your right knee quickly. You want it right over your ankle, not past it. If it's past it, you probably need to just kind of inch your front foot forward a bit, and then press your right knee open. Take a long breath in, sweep those arms up again, and a long breath out. Squeeze your back thigh like crazy. Bend back. Hands come to the floor. Inhale, high push-up. Exhale, lower. Inhaling, up dog, shoulders pressing back. Press your chest toward the front of the room and into your future with your heart wider open. Down facing dog, chest right to thighs, heart toward thighs, head low. You're going to step forward with your left foot. Step it right there in between your hands. You could always grab your ankle, and plump it to where it needs to go. Back foot is flat. Now turn and look at your back foot for a minute. You can straighten your left leg. Look at your back foot. You'll see the outer edge of that foot pressing like it's against a wall. And then you'll feel how, wow, my back leg just got fired up. And now bring your hands to your hips. And every time you breathe, for right now, breathe out. And that turns your left hip forward, your right hip back. Sorry about that. Your right hip forward, your left hip goes a little back. Your front knee is over the ankle, not past it. Press through the center of your front heel and the center of your back heel. Launch the arms, big breath in, spread the palms, spread the fingers, and look up. Sink a little bit lower, squeeze your back thigh. Go back as you breathe out. Breathe in, come back up. Breathe out, hands to the floor. Hug your core in, high to low. Fill your lungs up for upward dog. Your chest is open, why not? Get what you came for. Down facing. Big breath in, heels lift up. Your exhale softens your heels toward the floor, lengthening your calves. So it's the exhalations that are creating length. The exhalations fully out are giving you back flexibility you thought you had only in high school or college or whatever. And if you're in high school or college right now, well, this is awesome. You're learning a tool that will keep flexibility, strength, and suppleness with you for the long haul. Please walk feet to hands. Bend your knees, sink your hips straight down again. Push those heels into the floor, arms reach, look up, heart right into your thighs, bow your head. Halfway up, breathe in, spine is long and straight, flat. Hug in your core, step to high plank. Exhale, rock forward on the balls of the feet, lower. In breath, tops of the feet press down, palms press, shoulders back. Downward dog, pull your hips and thighs straight back. Take a big breath in, kick your right leg all the way up. Rock forward, shoulders over the wrist, hug in your core, knee towards your nose, chin to your chest. Inhale, kick the leg up. Lunge that right foot forward, just outside your right wrist. You're on the ball of your back foot this time. You want the right amount of space between your feet, okay? You're going to inhale the arms straight up. You're going to pull the hands on the exhalation to the heart. Shoulders, move them back. Fill your lungs up, slow and easy breath in. Turn your torso, your left elbow is right there outside your right knee or thigh. Your palms are pushing like crazy together. And when you breathe in, you get length in your spine. And when you breathe out, twist your upper body toward the right. Now spread both arms apart. Spread both arms apart. Like we live our life like in these little fish bowls. Spread both arms apart. Open your torso. Open your lungs. Open yourself up to come out of the box a little bit. Okay, listen carefully. You're going to come back up. Your back foot's going to go flat into the floor again. You're going to be in warrior two. Your eyes are on your right middle finger. See your right middle finger with your eyes. Press your right knee open a little more. That's going to start coaxing open that hip. Turn your right palm and forearm straight up. Spread the palm. Inhale your right arm all the way up. Exhale, this time right leg is going to straighten. You're going to reach as far forward as you can with that right arm. Bring your right fingertips to your front leg. Take your left arm to the ceiling. Turn your gaze and look up. You feel your feet powerfully in the floor. I want you to activate your legs. Tilt your tailbone a little bit towards your back heel and open your back foot up like a 1/2 inch or so toward the back edge of your mat. Roll open, breathe out. Hug in your core. Push your feet through the floor. Bring yourself all the way up to stand. You're going to turn your toes. So the right foot, left foot in a straddle facing the left side of the room. Hands fully support your low back. Like through the practice, learn you got to have your own back. Press your hips and thighs forward. Hug your elbows toward each other behind you. Your head can go back if it likes. And then all your air has got to go out though. Fold forward. Head drops. Slide your hands right down. Catch your outer lower legs with your hands. Listen to me. Your inhale is going to pull your chest up halfway. Your out breath folds your upper body more toward the floor. You're going to turn your right foot so it faces the front of the room. Both hands are coming on each side of that foot. You lunge your right knee like crazy so you get that good stretch. Sink your hips on the out breath. The left foot is pushing strong into the ground. You're going to walk your fingertips over to your left foot. Turn the left foot out. Left toes, the left foot out. Press that left knee open. Sink your hips. Turn your left foot back where it was. Walk yourself all the way over to the right foot. Turn your right foot to 12 o'clock facing the front of the room. Step back, high push-up. Nice work. Exhale all you got. Low push-up. Fill your lungs. Upward dog. Down facing. Empty out. Okay, great. Take your legs together. Stay with me. We're getting close to that end too. Take your left leg super high. Rock your body weight forward. Shoulders over your wrists. Hug your knee in tight, knee to nose. Kick your leg, launch it up. Big sweep forward, just to the outside of that left wrist. So you place your feet the right space apart so that you feel stable and you're not coming up and going into chaos. Keep yourself on the ball of your back foot. Stand right on up. Arms come right over your head. Take in a breath. Out breath, pull the hands to your heart. Turn your torso to the left. Right elbow outside the left knee or thigh. Exhale, spread both of your arms apart. Give yourself a chance to it's like taking the chains. Let some of the chains that you don't even know energetically are around your chest, around the heart, keeping you armored up. Let some of that just sink to, just fall to the floor. Let some of the ball and chain fall to the floor. And then listen carefully. And on the next breath in, come rising up, warrior two. Your back foot turns flat. Arms stretch apart. Turn your left arm up. Inhale. And as you sink your front knee forward, you reach the left arm up and you breathe out and you go back. Take in a breath here. Straighten through your left leg. Reach as far out as you can with that left arm first. That gives you the length in the spine. And then just left hand, left fingers to your front thigh. Take your back foot, open it up just a bit. Squeeze up both legs though. You have to have stability underneath you. Then the torso and the upper arm can go up. Triangle pose. You're pushing your left hip towards your back heel. Now press your feet through the floor, hug in your core. It's like somebody lifted you and pulled you right up from that upper wrist. And you're up to stand. And then your left foot turns. So now all 10 of your toes face right. Take your hands, interlace them right at your low back. Squeeze your arms super straight toward the floor. Shoulder blades hug into mid-spine. Press your hips and thighs forward. Squeeze the thighs. Stability in the legs is going to help that whole upper body feel supported. And then fold forward. Don't worry about pumping your fists over your head toward the floor. If you possibly can, see if your arms stretch up and lift up maybe in the vicinity above your upper mid back. I'd say like middle back. It's where we hold a lot of tension. It's where we hold a lot of tension. And it obstructs and it gets in the way of our ability to take in air free and clear in the front. Wherever you can't get air, open your mouth, get the air out first. That doesn't just apply in here in your yoga practice on your mat. That applies in your life. Exhale and everything changes. And it'll put you back in your body. Go ahead, take that lunge. So bring your hands over to your left foot. Turn your left toes out. Press your left knee open. Let your hips sink. And just get that nice stretch. And then bring yourself up. Turn your right toes out. Walk your hands on each side of your right foot. Press that right knee and that right hip open. Lunging the hip, but keeping that power in that left leg. Walk your hands back. Lift halfway up. So just think, push my butt to the back wall, push my thighs to the back wall, pull my chest and spine out. You just pushing your hips back lengthens your spine for you. Fold out, fold in, breathe out. Take your left foot. You're going to come up. You're going to take your left foot. Walk your hands over. Your left foot faces forward. You're going to step back. High push up. Lower down. Big out breath. Upward dog. Down facing. It's 22 minutes, man. Like I said, like just about there. Walk up, feet to your hands. Just taking tree pose today. Right foot comes into your inner left ankle, or the inner shin, or the inner left thigh. Now the left leg, you need to squeeze the leg muscles. Your right knee will press open. And with that left leg really active, muscular power, it's going to help you to stabilize physically in the balancing pose. Now, try this. Bring your hands right to your heart, maybe just a bit below. Push your palms together like crazy and send your shoulders back. And stand up tall. Your practice today, it's a 30-minute deposit, like bank deposit on your peace. If you feel more at peace on the inside, your day is going to be in more of a flow. And I can't guarantee you that the world's going to be peaceful outside you or with you. That can change on a dime. So you got to grow your roots like a tree. You got to deepen your roots for being at peace with you. Press your palms strongly together. Press your shoulders back. Take that right foot down. Give a good shake out on that left leg, okay? Take in a breath. Sigh it out. Your eyes are on one place, eye level. Your left foot's coming in to your ankle, shin, thigh. Your hands really pressed together right at your good heart. If you feel peaceful, isn't it so much easier to be chill, to be kind, and also to stay really present to the day, to what you got to get done. So this practice will balance you, your day-to-day schedule, your mind. Emotionally, you'll be more in balance emotionally. Oftentimes, our emotions run us. And you can kind of be in the driver's seat for the kind of day you want to have. Doesn't matter what the outside world says. Doesn't matter what the old story was. Doesn't matter what your upbringing was. Doesn't matter. It just matters that this practice gives you that light, that aha moment Where you go, I steer this now. I'm in control of that. And that's all I really can control. I stay in the driver's seat for, being a stand for my own peace. Take in a breath, sweep the arms up. Empty it out, hands to heart. Good. Go ahead and sweep up. Forward fold. Halfway up. High push up. Big breath in. Exhale, rock forward. Empty all you have. Hug in the core. Upward dog. Feet, hands pressed down. Down facing dog. Soften your knees to the floor. You're going to soften your knees to the floor and you're going to come on up on your knees. You're going to take the front edge of your mat, fold it over 3-5 times. Give yourself cushion, give yourself padding. It's just an act of love, really, not just to your knees, but to yourself. Come up onto the balls of your feet. Bring your hands right there at your low back. You want to make sure your tailbone is dropped under instead of sticking out to the back wall. You're going to press your hips and thighs forward. You're going to press your heart up. If it feels okay, you could let your head go back. If your neck's like, I don't really want to do that, then don't. Then don't. You can bring your hands to the balls of your feet or to your heels or to your lower legs. Or you can just support the back. In fact, sometimes it's like I'm just going to stay where I'm at and give my back full support with my hands. Come out of the pose. Bring your hips down towards your heels. Have a seat. Come out onto your back. Take your arms out like wings and hug your knees toward your chest. Okay, now take your arms out like wings. Out on the floor, palms up. And you're just going to let your knees go to the right. Feet can go on the floor. Chin goes to the left shoulder. Close your eyes. Let the air come in nice and easy. Open your mouth, move it out. Inhale the knees back up. Breathe out. Knees drop left, chin right. I'd keep your arms lower than shoulder level on the floor so your shoulders actually can be on the ground. If they're up off the floor, then they have to do work. And often our upper mid-back never gets any time off. And we have so much tension because those muscles are always kind of contracted. Bring your knees back up. Take your left foot on the ground. Bring your right ankle at your left knee or thigh. You're going to flex your right foot and you're going to interlace your fingers around the left thigh, the back of the left thigh, or around the knee or shin. As you breathe out, gently use your right elbow to nudge your knee and thigh open. Squeeze your left leg towards you. Breathe in here. Empty it out. Switch it up. Left foot crosses at your left knee or thigh. Interlace your fingers around the back of your right leg or on the top shin. Use your left elbow to gently nudge your knee and thigh away from you. Every exhalation is when you squeeze the leg toward you. And the right leg, and then press your left leg away. The more you hand over those exhalations, the more you start to soften and dissolve what's all locked up in your hips. Hold a lot of tension in our glutes, and it makes our back feel strained. Okay, bring your upper foot down. Take your legs right out on the ground. Stretch your arms over your head on the floor. Take in a long breath. Point your toes away from you. Fingertips reaching to the back wall. And a big sigh. Your legs and feet can open wide on the ground. They're kind of still in line with your hip line. You can open them up a little more. And then let your arms slide open away from your body. Palms are up. It's like your fingertips just curl right in toward the center of each hand. Be a witness to your breathing, as if you were sitting outside yourself, witnessing yourself, just sitting on the floor next to the body you're actually in. And be a witness for your breathing. When you breathe in, automatically your belly, your chest, body rises up. And then after it fills up, there's a tiny pause. And then your breath knows to let itself go. But our thoughts are what get in the way. If we're stressed, if we're reactive, if we're worried, nerved up, pissed off, stressed out, then we're always going to be more in our internal world of thought instead. And if that stuff's not peaceful, then it's going to have you hold on to your breath. When the breath has room, the mind feels better and more connected to the body. Most of us, we live from the neck up. Your yoga practice has you feeding life force back into your body in full. Stay as long as you like, if you can, or just another few moments. And namaste. I'll see you again.